Veterinary Ayurveda. So this session will be presented by Dr. Sudesh N. Gadani sir, who is a MBSc scholar in pharmacology and toxicology, College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Jabalpur. Presently working as assistant director in Central Council of Research in Ayurveda Science, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, New Delhi. He is a researcher and worked in area of ethnopharmacology and Ayurveda, mainly involved in toxicity studies of Siddha drugs in National Reproductive and Child Health Program at the primary healthcare level. Pharmacological and toxicity studies of herbal and herbo-mineral preparation, evaluating safety and the toxicity of ISM drugs, especially in rasa preparation, he is involved in evaluating chemical and safety toxicity profile of Ayurvedic compound drugs. He is also convener of intellectual property right and business development cell of our Central Council of Research in Ayurvedic Science, and actively involved in facilitating and supervising the patenting and commercialization of this institute research products. He has also published more than 75 review articles in national and international journal and more than 30 research abstracts. He has also participated in several scientific events, seminars, and presented paper in more than 80 national and international research paper, like International Journal of Ayurveda Research, Journal of Medicinal and Aromatic Plant Sciences, and Indian Journal of Natural Product and Resources. He is also acting as a nominee in CPC SEA, that is Committee for the Purpose of Control and Supervision of Experiment on Animals. So I would like to request, sir, kindly take your session, please, sir. Dr. Sudesh, sir. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, I'm sharing screen.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam. Screen.
Hello.
Oh.
Welcome, sir.
Just a second, Dr. Sahab, I made you the co-host. Now you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, are you able to share, sir?
Trying.
Just speak for 1 minute, sir. I'm just seeing whether I made you the co-host or not.
I'm Dr. Sudesh Guy.
Yeah.
I'm assistant director for presently working at National Ayurveda Research Institute for Panchakarma, that is in Chirutriti, Kerala. And from last 18 years, I was in the CCRS headquarters, New Delhi. And at New Delhi, work on the preclinical studies of these Ayurvedic drugs and this veterinary Ayurveda related work also, and apart care about various and commercialize aspect of classical or work on last go to the Kerala institute. Here also we are for and at having the different out of the 4 projects. One already been signed the ICMR also.
So now you can share your screen, sir.
Sharing the right, sir.
अरे अभी तो थोड़ी देर पहले शेयरिंग हो रहा था कैदानी जी, अभी
अभी
क्या
हो रहा?
प्रॉब्लम?
No, no, it takes some time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
No, sir, not yet. I think it is coming.
Now visible.
Not yet, sir. Yes, it's coming. Yes.
Now okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is there. It is there. You can start.
Okay, sir. So now, thanks for giving opportunity for the Ayurveda. This is one important favorite from 10 to 50 as a bridge between the veterinary and Ayurveda. Being the veterinarian working in the Ayurvedic, this one I got the opportunity to work with the Ayurvedic persons and with my veterinarian. So about the Ayurveda, that is the globally accepted system of medicine that is throughout the world, and it is not the unknown to most of the earth that this pipeline, the most modern drug discovery is getting dry, and the whole world is looking toward this Ayurvedic world with the great expectations. And Ayurveda, topical and essential basis, one of the tradition.
Sir, may I request you to turn off your video, sir? You can turn off the video.
वीडियो म्यूट कर दो गैदानी जी, वीडियो म्यूट करो.
Yeah, now it's clear.
There are certain problems with the drug resistance and microorganisms also, and side effects, emergent diseases where are available, stimulated the renewed as a significant of and every about the Ayurveda and every experience from last during the Corona period also. 25 prescribed mostly from the plant. According to estimates, % of the world population relies on the traditional medicine of the medicine for the primary health care, where the plants are the main dominant component for natural research. Out of 252 drugs considered as a basic and essential by the WHO, 11% are the exclusively of the plant origin and 28% of the synthetic origin, but natural precursor. So in the 12 that largest and the forest of the reach in the and they are harbor of the 90% of the medicinal plant diversity. And India is near about 45,000 of plant species, out of which near about 15,000 to 20,000 having active principles and proven medical values, and most of the 20 use of the veterinary the veterinary treatment veterinary medicine. So no or the animal the domestication of livestock. As you are aware that now the caretaker of the cow And the animal husbandry of the ancient India finds mention in the Rig Veda and the Rig Veda, the oldest document of human knowledge written between the 4500 and 1600 BC, and it mentions of medicine treatment of humans and animals. These, and the during this Charka during 2300 BC, and the Kappa treatment of using two great manuals, that is Kuli and Akula, and had expertise of the manuscripts and metal respectively. The great kings Ashoka 300 the first known hospital of the world. And the herbal for are also texts Mahabharata, Shikanda Purana, Devi Puran, Agni, and Harit, and others. And Brug Ayurveda is another ancient text. The medical treatment of the animals text is Library of Ayurveda Nagar in India. And Hasta is the text that contains the material devoted to the medicine for the elephants. Uses of the medicinal plant in veterinary Ayurveda. The medicinal plants are mostly essential ingredient of the Ayurvedic medicines, and since ancient times, Ayurvedic medicinal plants are used in the treatment of and prophylactic of the animal diseases. And in Vedic veterinary practices, the most of the efficacious remedy animal diseases, which kept cattle free from the diseases, but also in the milk production of the cow. And there are basic preparations to which various other ingredients are added, adopt the treatment to a given species. For example, the passage in the concerning the enemas for the elephants, camels, basic composed of the plants like calamus, glyceria, and others. And for cattle preparations, addition of decoction of certain plants like terminal cebula, sperma, they recommend indicated for enemas. These are the certain common Ayurvedic medicinal plant used in the animal diseases, and these are the system-wise plants mostly used in the treatment of animal disease. Despite systems, as mentioned in the classics, that is Ashwagandha, Vidana, Vesica, Estimate, and system-wise different plants used for the particular system, like digestive system, reproductive system, nervous system, system. There are formulation and single preparations are mentioned in the classical text for the treatment of various different systems systems of the animal. So disease-wise also, it has been mentioned in the various classical literature. The ectoparasite infestation, anthrax, and foot and mouth. Other for also protozoal infection, also worm infection plus galaxy. Like this, disease-wise also classification has already been given in the classical text for the treatment of the animals, like in anemia, autoimmune disorders, allergic bronchitis, and various skin disorders. So why to use the veterinary Ayurveda practice and to empower the people for taking animal health care by enhancing knowledge through the sources, and it has been specific value where the allopathic is not available, and it uses knowledge which process and it only and it is and it has and acceptable. So these are the, as I said, these are the following herbs mostly used in the treatment of animal husbandry and for the treatment of the animals. Medicine used in Ayurveda. And the plants are for the various active constituents also used the treatment of activity like bronchodilators, to activity, anti-abortifacient activity, memory input like becopulmonarea for the treatment of the memory improvement, curcuma longa, that is for inflammatory. And these component from the mostly used for the disease can be used in the animal health, and that is already known also. And these are the different species, their common name and the compound and the clinical certain plants along with their amounts have exported is also for the very animal health. Apart from this one, it is important that this one cow urine also it is very important aspect for the antidote for the poison, and it may be used for the weight loss also. It may cure many problems and apart from this one, cow urine as an ingredient of the Ayurvedic medicine mostly used in case of with pepper, curd, and cow urine and the ghee, and in case of leprosy, daru urine and cow urine and the cow urine the byproduct cattle. This one which in responses diabetes, mellitus, and skin diseases, and improve the mental tension. And the most convention of the appealing the use of the product which can be obtained without killing an animal, and Panchagavya therapy of which utilize the 5 components obtained by the cow curd, that is buttermilk, urine, the notable of the, and reduction in the properties of that is when this is urine can Shodhana process also can be done by the cow urine before using as a medicine. Apart from this one, has also been found to increase the phagocytosis and macrophages, and thus it starts the helpful in the prevention and the control of the infection. And cow urine has the antioxidant the to the and induce cow urine has granted the US patent for its medicinal properties. All this what I mentioned in the classical literature, that has been already been mentioned in the various manuscripts available in part of the various in India, in various part of the India. And the origin of the manuscript is for the tradition to carry the knowledge more than the 5,000 years also. And Veda, that is transfer from verbal preparation, and tradition transferred to the documentation, and this gave rise to the concept of the manuscript. And manuscript writing tradition that is thousands year old. Just explore the in the and the books, the prime source of the knowledge which transfer with the advances print, and books minute fractions of the written slip, and printed books hardly replace the picture of Indian scientific heritage, and it needs scholars manuscript, and in quest of the dormant knowledge. And these are the different material of the manuscript. Some manuscript mention breech bark, that is ivory, palm leaves, wood material, paper, gold, sanchi part, silver, and these are the veterinary manuscript explored, and it is available in various college. That is subsets of 10 available in the Orissa State of Museum in Bhubaneswar, and Ashwa Vidyaka, one set is available in Sanskrit College, and Gaja, 2 sets in of Museum, and Hastya actually is available. This one during the last years, the collected manuscript and the book related with these various Ayurveda from the various sources like Tanjore, like Pune laboratories, and Jamnagar, and Bhubaneswar also. And to then the veterinary Ayurveda in the treatment animal, the evidence from the throughout the private treatment centers are using the single drug that set up collaborative veterinary Ayurveda is at the animal university, and this collab the have been sanctioned, and further CCR published one entitled View of Using the Veterinary, and this subcommittee Ayurvedic
Gaidani sir, your voice is not audible. Can you come close to the laptop, or you can use a headphone? We're not able to listen.
Yeah.
Just giving a pain to you because our speakers are not able to listen. They're pinging me.
Okay.
Okay. So you can speak a little bit closer, or you can use headphones.
Now coming, sir.
Yes. Or you can be a bit louder also.
Yeah, apart from this one, the strength of the veterinary Ayurveda in the treatment of animal is evident from the fact that throughout the India, the government and the private veterinary treatments are regularly using herbal drugs, and the CCRS had set up the Collaborative Research Center for Veterinary Ayurveda at Guru Angad Dev Veterinary and Animal Science University at Ludhiana. Under this collaboration, we have already sanctioned certain projects, and further we have published one book that is review on medicinal plant used in veterinary practices. Besides this, the subcommittee for the veterinary Ayurvedic formulation has prepared and finalized the volume 1 of formulation India, that is veterinary, having 50 formulation, and of Ayurvedic formula India part 5 veterinary, having 100 classical formulations. The Ayurvedic committee, and the one is so the instrumental for this veterinary Ayurveda during from 10 years. And coming to my to bridge between and the Ayurveda, there should be the one core initiative for both Ayurveda, learn about the specific concept of the Ayurveda health, and apart from scientific and the regulatory provisions, including the GMP and the pharmacopoeia and the quality control of the veterinary Ayurvedic nutrition has to be conducted. That will be full for the Ayurvedic drugs. From this one, knows about this more.
The sound is totally cut off.
I think he has lost his connection.
So maybe so.
Yeah, he is no more visible in this. Okay. So what we can do, till he joins next week, can we move to the second speaker, sir? Adi sir, what is your suggestion?
Yes, definitely. You continue with the second speaker. Then we can discuss.
I think he's lost his yeah. Dr. Sonali, can you move ahead?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, Dr. Sonali, go ahead.
Okay. Moving to our next session on globalization of veterinary Ayurveda, a scientific evidence-based approach by Indian herbs. This session will be presented by Dr. Prasad Nagpure. He has done his master's in animal nutrition and having a more than 11 years of experience in international business development in veterinary pharmacology. He has also done clinical research on veterinary vaccine, nutraceuticals, and herbal products, lending techno-commercial expertise across various livestock species, such as cattle, buffalo, pets, and poultry. Currently,
Yes, Dr. Prasad, I think you should go ahead. Can you just share your screen?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
hello.
Yes.
Welcome, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead, Dr. Sonali. I have made Dr. Prasad as co-host. I think he will able to share his screen. Sir, please.
Sure,
Sir,
sir.
please.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll put my video off to avoid any technical glitch due to the internet coverage. I hope it is fine.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So good evening to one and all, and thank you all the delegates and participants here for giving me the opportunity to present this presentation here. I am Dr. Prasad Nagpure, working as a senior manager techno-commercial in Indian Herbs. And today's topic of my presentation is very much related to our the theme of this online workshop, that is globalization of veterinary Ayurveda. So I'll be speaking about the what is the contribution of Indian herbs in with the scientific evidence-based approach in globalizing the veterinary Ayurveda. Sir, are my slides moving ahead, sir?
No, it's not moving. Yeah.
Just give me a moment, sir.
Yeah.
I hope the slides are visible now.
Now it's moving, doctor.
Yeah. So the scientific evidence-based approach by Indian herbs in globalizing the veterinary Ayurveda. This is the topic of today's presentation. So just following the very elaborative and very knowledgeful presentation by Dr. Gaidhani sir regarding the veterinary Ayurveda. As we all know that Ayurveda is a science of life. Just a minute, sir. Yeah. So Ayurveda, it is a science of life, which is actually a holistic natural system of medicine. And the knowledge of Ayurveda is way old. Like it is around more than 5,000 years old. Has been there, sprung from Indian land. And Ayurveda beautifully encompasses the Indian local herbs, minerals, fauna, and even soil to make efficacious medicines and drugs useful for the human as well as animals. So basically the Ayurvedic medicines, they are integrated with spiritual, mental, physical practices that make the use of 5 Panchamahabhutas, that are natural elements, and incorporate the Indian seasonal changes and taking cognizance of various geographical as well as climatic conditions. So as we all know that Ayurveda is a unique, complete and holistic perspective on health. So when we talk about holistic, it encompasses not only physical, but the mental as well as the environmental well-being of any individual and animal as well. So Ayurveda believes the entire universe is composed of 5 major elements, Panchamahabhutas, like Vayu, the air, Jala, the water, Akash, the space or ether, Prithvi, earth, and Tej, the fire. So these 5 elements are believed to form the 3 basic humors of human as well as animal body. That is Vata, Pitta, as well as Kapha doshas. So with this brief introduction on the holistic perspective of Ayurveda says that health lies in a state of perfect balance and harmony, both inside as well as with the external elements. So that is so true. Even the WHO, World Health Organization, has recognized Ayurveda and has defined the traditional medicine, that is the herbal medicine, as the sum total of knowledge, skills, and practices based on the theories, beliefs, and experiences indigenous to different cultures. So it accumulates different cultures, whether explicable or not, used in the maintenance of health as well as in the prevention, diagnosis, improvement, and treatment of physical as well as mental illness. So WHO has defined the traditional medicine in a very holistic and wholesome way. Not only it has defined, but it has also recognized the importance of herbal medicines in healthcare, maybe it animals or humans, and it has also endorsed their safe and effective usage, as well as WHO has also set the guidelines, goals, and objectives for the usage of scientifically validated medicines. Yes, in this modern age, with the amalgamation of ancient traditional Ayurveda with the scientific validated form, that is the very much accepted and required for need of the hour. So what is the importance of herbals in animal healthcare? Why there is a need? Yes, because medicinal plants are gaining global resurgence owing to the fact that the herbal drugs are cost effective. Yes, they are definitely cost effective. As in the earlier presentation of Dr. Gaidani sir, we have seen that almost in India, there are almost more than 45,000 plant species available in Indian forest, out of which around more than 20,000 plant species are of medicinal importance. And that too, 90% of the plant bioactives are available in India itself. So we have a huge treasure of herbal medicines. So herbal medicines are cost effective, easily available, and most importantly, with negligible side effects. Yes. So that is the need of an hour. When we talk about the veterinary Ayurveda, when we give emphasis on the Ayurvedic practices in veterinary field, because the veterinary and the animals, they are mostly reared for the productive purposes, the commercial productive purposes. So health and disease balance is at the utmost important for the return on investment gaining out of this rearing of the animals, let it be livestock, let it be poultry, aqua, or pets. So in given such scenario, each gram of feed offered to the animals, it has a high value, and with each single grains are to be utilized optimally to save the resources and maximize the produce out of that. Herbals have proven their efficacy and marching ahead with the profitable solutions long way, in terms of environmental controlling the environmental contamination, health hazards, and improving the productivity, and also safeguarding the food, animals, safety for the users, as well as safe environment. So in this way, the herbals are here for sustainable productivity. Coming to the ethno-veterinary practices, the veterinary Ayurvedic medicine comprises a wholesome approach of knowledge, skills, methods, practices, and beliefs of the smallholders about caring of their livestock. Yes, and the veterinary science in India can be classified and has a documentary of history of more than 5,000 years. So this codified knowledge exists in the form of text manuscripts on various aspects of veterinary care of livestock, and these have already been explained in the earlier presentation. According to the WHO, ethno-veterinary medicine is a cost-effective and dynamic traditional healing practice. Yes, so it comprises of plant-based medicines and their therapeutic, prophylactic, or diagnostic application in animal healthcare. So in this way, ethno-veterinary medicines are used extensively and efficiently for animal healthcare treatment and maintaining the animal's productivity. And that's why ethno-veterinary practices have also grown recently, because of these practices are much less prone to drug resistance and have very fewer side effects, damaging effects on the environment than the conventional medicine. Given that we have a very rich heritage of traditional wisdom with us in the form of Ayurveda, and to amalgamate that ancient knowledge of Ayurveda with the modern scientific validations, modern technologies, here comes an opportunity in improving the animal health and their productivity in terms of the livestock health, in terms of excellent nutrition, optimum growth, improvising the feed efficiency, and minimizing the outflow of nutrients, valuable nutrients out of the animal bodies. So with this approach, there is one company which is consistently over more than 2/3 of last century, which is consistently striving to the best to upgrade the veterinary Ayurveda with the modern science and to globalize the Ayurvedic concepts in the veterinary practices. Yes, Indian Herbs. Indian Herbs is a leading pioneer company manufacturing the herbal healthcare products for ruminants, poultry, pigs, equines, pets, aqua, and other animal species for over 70 plus years. Adopting the principles of Ayurveda with the motto that is nature's way to animal health, this prestigious organization, Indian Herbs, has been relentlessly, consistently, and scientifically working since last 7 decades, dedicating itself in the crusade of creating a revolutionary solution through phytogenics. Indian Herbs has investigated what our ancestors did 5,000 years ago. Indian Herbs has researched, scientifically developed, pharmacologically tested, and clinically evaluated the herbal products on modern scientific lines using the latest technology. And that is what is the strength of Indian Herbs. The natural phytogenic feed supplements and healthcare products by Indian Herbs are safe, efficacious, cost-effective than antibiotics and synthetic chemicals, and are truly nature's bliss for sustainable animal production. Indian Herbs is the pioneer of veterinary Ayurveda in India. Yes, Indian Herbs is the originator of the concept of natural alternatives to the segments such as vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin E, antimicrobial growth promoter, immune potentiator, metabolic stimulant, respiratory antiseptic, anti-stress, and adaptogen. The phytogenic solutions from Indian Herbs, they are unique since there is an advantage of combination of several plant-derived bioactives and phytocompounds and their synergistic effects than a single component that empowers our products to exploit the animal's full genetic potential, promote growth, immunity, and for control of the diseases. So yes, so Indian herb products, they are a combination of several plant derivative bioactives. It means they are, in a true sense, they are polyherbal products. Since its inception from in the year 1951, Indian Herbs is the first company to develop the phytogenic products on modern scientific lines. And in the upcoming slides, we will be witnessing these modern scientific lines developed products also. And Indian Herbs is having, since then, Indian Herbs is having a strong database of more than 150 herbs, because having a database, this much database, it's itself a big achievement for any of the organization. Indian Herbs also has a best-in-class in-house expertise in standardization and extraction of bioactives, and also more than 200 products for poultry, dairy, swine, equine, aqua, as well as companion animals. To ensure the sustainability and well-being of the animals, Indian Herbs have been creating novel phytogenic solutions specifically for animals to leverage the pure health benefits of Ayurveda to make their health better and sustainable. Yes. And with the legacy of 3 generations that is still living on, and it will go on definitely. So the story starts from Mr. Shri Ramlalji Agrawal, who was a renowned expert on identification, collection, as well as therapeutic application of the herbs. And he was also an animal lover. So with his fascination towards animal as well as love towards the herbs, by the virtue of this 5,000-year-old ancient Indian system of medicine, which deals with the herbs of for the treatment of animals as well as humans, he had a vision in his mind, and that vision was nature's way to animal health, and that's what it has been has become the legacy since then. So he is the pioneer of this organization, and now it has been growing since long. Since then, Indian Herbs has investigated more than 250 drugs, and Indian Herbs is manufacturing research-oriented herbal products, which are the best alternatives to the scientific or chemicals, synthetic or chemicals, and they are free from antibiotic residual effects. These products are being used by leading consumers all over the world. So among the many milestones of many first, Indian Herbs is the first company to introduce the concept of herbal liver tonics in the veterinary segment. That too, four decades back. Indian Herbs is the first company to introduce the natural choline, biocholine, as an alternative to the synthetic choline chloride for the livestock as well as for the poultry. So biocholine was introduced, and now today biocholine is the one of the the topmost and flagship brand of Indian herbs across the globe. Apart from that, introduction of herbal C, that is natural alternative to vitamin C, E cell power, natural alternative to vitamin E, the herbal antimicrobial growth promoter Herbiotic FS. These are the flagship products. These are the path-breaking products from the house of Indian Herbs. Indian Herbs has been operating in more than 50 countries worldwide, its businesses, and it is present in all the continents in the globe. So it has a global presence. It is, in true sense, Indian Herbs is a global organization. And the extensive and continuous research to bring more perfection, there is the backbone of Indian Herbs, and the backbone of Indian Herbs is its R&D, research and development facility. So the research and development has been pivotal in the development of Indian Herbs for so long. The Indian Herbs R&D has a highly sophisticated and high level of modern machineries, and the level of sophistication and capabilities of R&D center attain greater heights with the installation of most modern and sophisticated instruments like high performance thin layer chromatography, HPLC, gas chromatography, mass detectors, climate humidity chambers, UV scanning, spectrophotometers, and spectrofluorometers. So these are the modern equipments, machineries, and technologies through which Indian Herbs always is ahead of its competition in the arena of veterinary Ayurveda. Indian Herbs also has more than 22 patents in various innovative researches, and these patents have come from the US as well as European patenting agencies. Yeah, and with this never-ending innovation since last 7 decades, Indian Herbs is the first company which has pioneered in the concepts of natural alternatives to the synthetic one. This slide is very much important, dear delegates, because all the the crux of Indian Herbs products lies in this herbal standardization. Standardization is a very unique concept, unique process where the herbs are standardized depending on the bioactives present in them, depending on the concentration of bioactives present in them, and they are standardized to a particular desired level to get the desired effect in that particular animal species. So this is a very important aspect of any polyherbal formulation, herbal standardization, because each and every herb is unique in its own way. Each leaf of a tree or a plant has more than 100 of various bioactives. To identify such bioactives, to standardize such bioactives, and to formulate them into a formulation depending on their toxicological and pharmacological profiles, it itself is a very strenuous job. That's what Indian Herbs has gained their expertise into. So with this herbal standardization and phytoanalytical profiling, Indian Herbs is in a true sense striving in the globalization of veterinary Ayurveda. Standardization, quality control of Indian Herbs are based on the phytoanalytical profile as well as herbal standardization with the use of HPLC modern technology. So with this technology, we ensure that the batch to batch consistency from each raw material step as well as each finished product step, it is maintained. For this purpose, we have a research collaboration with very many reputed research organizations, research institutes, and universities across the globe. And we have such collaborations in more than 50 plus countries in the world. And some of the reputed universities from where we have been conducting our researches are John Hopkins University, Penn State University, University of Georgia, Vetmed University, Vienna, and so on, apart from Indian reputed universities. Indian Hubs has got more than 1,000 research publications and trial reports, and these publications have been published in high impact factor journals across the globe. So these publications are there in reputed journals. It itself is a honor that Indian Hubs have been extensively scientifically proving itself in the veterinary Ayurvedic segment. The cattle product range from Indian Hubs House is offerings are for mastitis management, digestive as well as liver tonic and ruminatory range, anti-stress range, skin range, galactogogues, vitamins and mineral supplements, reproductive range. Coming to the poultry products range, Indian Hubs gives an excellent alternative to vitamins and amino acids for poultry, natural alternative to antibiotic growth promoters, anti-stress, antioxidant and immunomodulators, liver tonic respiratory stimulants, mycotoxin binder, as well as improving the breeding efficiency and vitality for male and female breeders. Some of the flagship products are listed here, like Biocholine, which is a natural and highly bioavailable esterified choline supplement, which can 100% completely replace the synthetic choline chloride. Then comes Herbal C, which is a highly heat-stable natural vitamin C. Himalayan Battisa, one of the most popular products of Indian Hubs. Rumicol and Rumethion, these are the choline and methionine in the rumen protected form for the ruminants. Zcox, this is the multi-stage phytogenic anticoccidial. Animunin for the cleansing the respiratory tract and immunity booster of the respiratory system. Herbatic FS, which is the natural alternative to the antibiotic growth promoter. E-cell power, vitamin E and selenium power. Ovimax and Prolibid, these are the female as well as male fertility enhancers. Livolive DS, one of the again reputed brands of Indian Herbs in the liver tonic segment. And Immu Plus, which is the phytogenic immunomodulator of 21st century. So as the demand for poultry meat and eggs, that is the animal protein produced under high animal welfare standard, is increasing because the customer awareness is also increasing nowadays. So there is a shift of customers' perspective to make the right choice, and that right choice is offered by Indian Hubs in terms of the sustainable options in the phytogenics. Yes, Indian Hubs product portfolio is having the standardized composition, quality, and research capabilities. How? Because being Indian Hubs product portfolio is based on the omic technology, which unravels the mechanism of action of phytogenics. So most of our products, they are highly technologically based. They are not simple, simple herbal formulations. We have established the mode of action of many of our products. And one such example of this established mode of action is Biocholine, which is our flagship product. And we have this particular trial, it was conducted at University of Georgia, which itself is a reputed universities on this globe. And this scientific elucidation of mode of action of Biocholine, it is validated through the nutrigenomic as well as transcriptomics evaluation. And with this, Indian Hubs becomes the first company ever to establish the mode of action of any herbal product by conducting the gene expression studies. So this is one of the feather in the crown of Indian Hubs. The research of Indian Hubs, it is very much based on the modern scientific lines. It consists not only in the safety studies or efficacy studies at the farm as well as the field levels and commercial trials, The research also is based on the phytochemistry, nutrigenomics, transcriptomics, metagenomics, gut microarray, quorum sensing activity, embryonic assays, and sensory studies as well. So it is a highly modern research based organization, and we have got our advanced molecular sequencing technology of nutrigenomics, establishing the mode of action of biocholine as well as herbal C. These are the publications from International Poultry Scientific Forum. Yeah, Herbal C. This is another flagship brand of Indian herbs. Herbal C is a natural heat stable universal antioxidant. This is a unique concept offered by Indian herbs to the industry. Usually what we see is that natural vitamin C is a water soluble vitamin, right? But sorry, but with the unique technology adopted in formulation of herbal C, it becomes a universal antioxidant. It means it is active in both aqueous as well as the lipid phase. So it is highly stable, and it has got a self-replicating and sustained activity for a higher biological action for a longer period of time. Herbal C is highly stable at a very high pelletization temperature of 130 degrees centigrade. It is a very high temperature for a longer period of time, that is up to 3 minutes at the 30% relative humidity. So this time and temperature combination tested product has been, and this product has been got patent for its thermostability, US patent for its thermostability, as well as its antioxidant activity, which is 6 times higher than that of the synthetic vitamin C, that is ascorbic acid. Another such technology-based product from the house of Indian herbs is E-cell power, which is vitamin E in the natural form, along with the organic selenium complex. Usually, we see that vitamin E comes with alpha tocopherol, the synthetic one, but E-cell power contains gamma delta alpha tocopherols as well as gamma delta alpha tocotrienols. So total 6 isomers are present in E-cell power, along with organic selenium complex. So the virtue of these tocotrienols is that they have got a very potent and strong anti-inflammatory activity and anti-oxidant activity, strong inhibitory effect on the lipid peroxidation. So this is the virtue of standardization and phytoanalytical profiling implied to this particular product. And with this E-cell power, Indian herbs also helps the industry in enriching the nutritionally enriched or designer eggs in terms of positively modulating the omega-3 fatty acid content of the eggs. Coming to the burning issue of today, that is antimicrobial resistance or antimicrobial resistance challenge, because of the indiscriminate use of antimicrobials in animal feed, which has posed a significant threat to human health as well, and also the resistance to various types of microbes. Even US FDA and European Unions, they have already banned the use of antimicrobials for growth promotion in response to evidence suggesting growth promoters drove the emergence and spread of resistance almost a decade and a half back. To tackle this, Indian Herbs has addressed this global concern by offering the millennial combination of phytogenic solution to combat the gut pathogens, respiratory pathogens, as well as coccidia parasites. And this solution comes in the form of Herbiotic FS with highly novel research based with modern scientific elucidation of mode of action from various multi-dimensional international collaborative research centers from India as well as in the foreign countries. And this research is based on the genomic, metagenomic as well as transcriptomic evaluation of various gene expressions. So upregulation of various positive gene expressions indicates that Herbiotic FS has been effectively performing in terms of its antimicrobial anti-inflammatory, and improving the gut histomorphology, and as well as immunomodulator activity at the gut level, apart from promoting the growth as well as giving the reduced FCR. So these are some evidences of herbiotic FS treated samples where we can see that there is a very much high improvement in the what we say beneficial bacteria lactobacilli, as even as compared to the healthy control. So this is the magic of herbiotic FS research-based product. And Indian Herbs also has worked on coron sensing inhibition activity in the microorganisms. Another such product is animunin, which is combination of essential oils and herbal bioactives, having very strong anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial, as well as antimycoplasmal activity. So this is a 4-in-1 product which controls the bacterial proliferation and colonization in respiratory tract, minimizes the viral load, keeps mycoplasma under control, as well as controlling the inflammatory mediators. Another offering from Indian Herbs to the global veterinary industry is Mebolive, which is an excellent transition, which is an excellent product for managing the transition related issues in the ruminants. And apart from Himalayan Basisa, which is a digestive tonic, and Rumaxon, which is a ruminatoric, Ovimin and Fertina, these are fertility enhancing offerings from Indian Herbs for the ruminants. Ecbolic or uterine cleanser offerings, rumen protected methionine in the natural form, rumen protected lysine in the natural form. These are all the offerings, technology based offerings from the House of Indian Herbs. Yeah, so Indian Herbs polyherbal feed supplements. The inclusion in diet results in numerous benefits like efficient nutrient metabolism, better feed utilization, highly stable in feed premixes, outstanding bioavailability, and they are easy to handle and resistance free. So with this, the Indian Herbs products are antibiotic free, no resistance and residues, no side effects. They are incorporated at a lower cost and lower dosages, and absolutely environmental friendly. So Indian Herbs basically is trying to sow the seeds of quality in nature, monitor the progression, reap the harvest of efficiency, and provide satisfaction to the customers in terms of efficacy, freedom from toxicity, and cost effectiveness. As a result, Indian Herbs sets the standards of quality, high standards of quality, safety, and efficacy for herbal products that others only struggle to achieve. So that's what makes Indian Herbs different from the competition. All over the world, there is a growing interest in alternative or natural medicines and feed supplement, as we all know this. And it is interestingly felt that future will belong to medicines and health food based on natural products. Indian Herbs is fully equipped to meet these requirements. And as a global campaign, Indian Herbs is active towards animal health and wellness, recognizes health as an integrated fabric between different animal species and environment. Transforming the knowledge of Ayurveda along with modern science, Indian Herbs has delivered technology-driven, quality-assured, science-based phytogenic solutions that represent a highly efficient and safe solution to maximize the feed efficiency and livestock production. So this way, Indian Herbs truly lives with its vision, that is nature's way to animal health. Thank you, delegates, for patiently listening this presentation. Thank you so much, and have a great evening ahead.
Thank you, sir, for this valuable presentation on Indian herbs and importance of herbal drugs in animal health care and balance of health and diseases and many herbal products.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, it's true. India is the biggest resource of natural medicinal plants and herbs. And we are also using a wide range of livestock product of Indian herbs at our field level, like full mean mixture, Utrifit syrup, skin heal spray, Himax ointment. All these products belong to Indian herbs. So thank you, sir. Uh, uh, all participants, you have any query or any question, you can directly ask Dr. Prasad sir, or you can raise hand or put your question in the chat box, please. All participants, you can directly ask to our speaker, Dr. Prasad sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
madam. I'm Ajit Naik from Pradhan NGO. We are actually extensively working on promoting ethno-veterinary practices. I just want to know that what are the top 3 important, most popular products. One, I got it, this Himalaya Batisa. What else can maybe the 2 or 3 most popular products of Indian herbs? Yeah.
Thank you for your question, sir. So we have a wide range of products for livestock as well. So popular products are rumen protected methionine and lysine in the form of rumethion and rumilysine. Neblon is one of the popular products.
Okay.
Meboliv is one of the product. So yes, sir. So these are some of the popular products of Indian herbs for livestock segment.
Is this Kaflan also belongs to your product? Kaflan? Indian.
Which one, sir?
Kaflan. Kaflan. CAFLON.
Kaflon. Okay. I don't think it belongs to Indian herbs, sir.
Okay.
I can share the complete details personally on your email ID, sir. If you share me in the
Yes,
personal message, yeah.
Dr. Prasad ji, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, myself, Dr. Kumar here. It was a very good presentation, and you have covered all the aspects of how industry considered, bring any product into a market. I have a question for you. What is the source of your formulation? From where you take the formulation?
All right, sir. That's a good question, sir.
Dr. Bimal, you mute everyone other than who answer and who question.
So, sir, we have what do you say, contract farming like facility at our which is called as backyard farming. So we have a collaboration with many of the farmers, and the farmers are given the SOPs on depending on the required herbs in across various climatic conditions, the environmental conditions, wherever the drugs are meant to be harvested. So we have a collaboration with the farmers where the farmers grow their produce, and then they harvest and they give it back to us. So that way we have a collaboration that is we call as the reverse farming. And in this way we also ensure that whatever the herbal quality of herbs we are getting, that is being produced in a very good quality, because the level of harvesting also matters. Like for example, for a particular height, if any crop is to be harvested, so if it reaches to a particular height, it has that particular highest concentration of the required bioactives, like that we have. And if for several herbal sources which we do not have, we procure them from various other territories.
I think you misconsidered my question. my question was, what are the sources of your formula? From where you get the formulation? Is it from literature based, or is that from healers based, or is the community based? From where you get the formulation for each product? For example, some of the formulations are available in the Ayurveda literatures. You take those formulations and you convert your own way of making formulation, and you do enough research and you come with the success of the research, then you market.
Yes, sir. This is the This is the what we say baseline of this. We combine various phytobioactives based on the references, and then we get them standardized at a optimum what we say activity level, and based on the standardization of various herbs and bioactives, the products are formulated, sir.
Well, so you do not have any classical Ayurveda preparations for animals?
I did not get you, sir.
See, in human, we have two streams of Ayurveda medicine. One is classical Ayurveda medicines, which are available in the literatures of Ayurveda. Example is Dashamula Aristam or Chavanprash, all are classical Ayurveda preparations. Any company, GMP owning company, can prepare those classical preparation. Okay.
Right,
and proprietary Ayurveda medicine is like our Leaf 52 from Himalaya.
Okay.
It is owned only by Himalaya. No other company can produce Leaf 52. So that means classical Ayurveda medicines and proprietary Ayurveda medicines. So you have proprietary Ayurveda, veterinary Ayurveda medicines. Similar, do you have proprietary classical Ayurveda medicine? Sorry, classical veterinary Ayurveda medicines.
All right, sir. So we do have that classical Ayurveda medicines, sir.
For animals.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think, Dr. Kumar, there is a little bit confusion, because you defined the classical medicine and proprietary medicines based on human use. Because the government of India has published the official document, that is Ayurvedic Formulary of India. So any manufacturer who manufactures classical medicine has to mention the reference either from Ayurvedic Formulary of India, that is the published by Government of India, or any of the classical texts referred in the Drugs and Cosmetic Act. They are 56 in number for Ayurveda, similar are for Siddha and Unani also. But in case of veterinary classical medicines, there is no referral book officially published by Government of India. Recently, very recently, on 23rd Ayurveda Day, the first volume of Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia Formulary, consisting of 50 compound formulations of veterinary Ayurveda classical medicines, have been released by Ministry of Ayush, which will be available in coming few days. So when there is no official recorded document for veterinary classical medicines, how any company manufacturer will refer? So it is not possible. They have gathered the knowledge either from ethno-veterinary sources, or they have set up a committee or expert consisting of Ayurvedic people and veterinary doctors who have decided the formulation. It is mostly based on ethno-veterinary practices or references from some publications that Indian herbs did. They are doing in a very scientific manner. So they cannot prepare a classical formulation unless otherwise government publishes volumes of Ayurvedic formulary on veterinary medicine. So Dr. Prasad is not very clearly answering. That is the cause, because he's few years in that company, and how they decide the formulation is not known to him. He is telling the process, but there is no classical book published as an official document. So how can they refer? It is not possible.
Few Pashu Ayurveda literature already available. From those literature they can.
Yes, available, but they are not officially recognized till now. Since you see, for Ayurvedic medicine, classical medicines, we have Ayurvedic formulary, we have Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia, who are making standardization of the ingredients of the classical preparations mentioned in Ayurvedic formulary only. Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia, they are publishing volumes of standardization of medicinal plants and their plant parts, and all those are mentioned in Ayurvedic formulary only. So similar formulary has not yet been published. It is only, you see, in Ayurveda, thousands of books are available. But in Drugs and Cosmetic Act, only 56 books are under reference. And now it is being revised to incorporate more number of Ayurvedic literature. So in case of Murga Ayurveda or Pasu Ayurveda, no official declaration is there, no official notification is there, no gazette notification, no rule, no act. So they cannot refer any book as such. That has no legal status. That is why while in CCRS, we started to legalize the practice of herbal medicines in veterinary practice. Though it is in practice since so many years, Himalayan Patisha is known to us since the early 80s, we know. But there is no legal stand. That is why now Ministry of Ayush and this Animal Husbandry Department have signed one MOU, and one paper is included in BBSc syllabus. So if volumes of Ayurvedic formulary on veterinary medicine and pharmacopoeia are published, then it will be possible to any manufacturer to refer the book. Till that period, it is not possible to refer. I think I clarified that.
Yes, Padi sir, thank you. Thanks a lot. Just 3 days back, Dr. Shruti Rastogi from Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, she was mentioning one list that is actually that herbal products. She was mentioning the phytochemicals and the mode of action. So, what is the difference between IPC, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, and this Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia?
You see, IPC is Indian Pharmacopoeia. They are meant mostly for allopathic drugs. But earlier they had included some plants like Adhathoda Bachika. They were preparing a tincture out of it, belladonna, and some recently they are also including herbs. You know, in the US, they have published one herbal monographs. In the European Medical Agency, they are publishing herbal monographs. In the Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia, is meant for Ayurvedic medicines. And the Siddha Pharmacopoeia is meant for Siddha medicines. Those Unani Pharmacopoeia is for Unani medicines. They are enlisting the formulary first. There is a committee under the Ministry of Ayush. Previously, it was under Health Ministry. They decide what formulations which are commonly in practice, they should be standardized first. That is why they published Volume 1, Volume 2, Ayurvedic Formulary of India. So Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia is for Ayurvedic medicine, Siddha medicine, Unani Indian medicine, Indian Pharmacopoeia. And a few years back, there was a very difference between phytopharmaceutical and Ministry of Ayush. So phytopharmaceutical sector, the DCGI, Drug Controller General of India, they issued a notification that all the plant materials, whole, crude, extract, active principles, molecules will be regarded as phytochemicals. Then Ayush opposed. They told them there will be no borderline between Ayush and allopathy. Then it was decided the Ayurvedic dosage form or Siddha dosage form like Churna, Asab, Arist, Grit, all these will be regarded as Ayurveda along with extract, alcoholic, hydroalcoholic and aqueous extract. If it goes to further reduction like active principle or molecule, then it will be phytopharmaceutical. It can be prescribed by allopathic doctors. So there is a division. So what they are doing, they are mixing it Indian herbs. They are scientifically doing it, but there is no legal stand of any herbal practice in veterinary medicine. That will come in coming days. So IPC is mainly for allopathic medicines, and they are also working for few medicinal plants, not all.
Dr. Bimal,
thank you, sir.
Shall I add some few points to Dr. Padi sir's? See, Indian Pharmacopoeia deals about medicinal plants completely on the constant based on modern pharmacological systems, pharmacodynamics, pharmacokinetics, molecules like that. Ayurveda Pharmacopoeia of any herb deals with Ayurveda pharmacology based on rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, then doshagnata, karma, then its indications. Based on that, based on the principles of Ayurveda pharmacology, Ayurveda Pharmacopoeia has made for herbs. Based on the principles of modern pharmacology, phytoconstituents and its action, Indian Pharmacopoeia has made for medicinal plant.
But you see, in Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia also, there is a detailed description of classical description, botanical, pharmacology description, and chemistry is also mentioned in modern viewpoint. Similarly, Indian Pharmacopoeia also including plant with classical basis, but on modern pharmacology, as Dr. Kumar said. So this is very clear in the purpose of definition. Okay, thank you.
One more question, actually, we lot of times, came to know that, whenever we are supplying our this allopathic medicine to Europe country or USA, we don't face any problem. But when we are supplying these medicines, our herbal preparation or any extract, we sell it as a supplement or as a feed additive or something. Can Dr. Prasad can throw some light on it?
So genuinely, I'm not much aware of this.
Okay,
Excuse me,
okay.
may I speak on this?
Yeah, Dr. Angan?
Yeah. See,
Yeah, good
for
evening, sir.
good evening. How are you?
I am fine, sir. Yeah, it is nice to see you again.
Yeah, yeah. See, for Europe, if you take Europe, registering drugs means medicines is very difficult. The process, they are very stringent registration process. So it is very difficult for us to register there. Whereas for registering the feed additives is very easy for Europe. For herbal products, registering is very easy. So at present, for Indian house, we have a very good export business in Europe. We do a lot of export to Europe. Our phytogenic choline, our phytogenic vitamin C, then our phytogenic anticoccidial. We do a lot of business there.
Actually, Dr. Bimal,
Thank you.
you know, we had also
Yes.
published the drug registration format of different countries. So, if you want to market an herbal product in any of the countries, whether European or America or any other countries, they have a respective drug registration system. So, if you cross that parameter and you have to deposit some fees, then you can register a drug there, you can market there, sell there. So it is mostly common in Europe, but to some extent they are also different. American standards are different. US FDA parameters are different. European standards are different. And among European countries also there are different drug registration format under which you have to mention everything, especially toxicity data. That is very important for registration at any of the European countries or American countries, which our Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia is lacking. They are giving every details. What is mentioned in classic, the botanical part, pharmacological part, microscopic structure, macroscopic structure, chemistry, everything. But no toxicity data is there. That is why it is not considered as medicine in most of the countries. But you know, we have one FSSAI, Food Safety Security Authority of India, and it is very easy to get a license from them. And most of the products are under the license of FSSAI are sold in the market of India, as well as being exported to some countries as a supplement, not as medicine. That is the cause.
Yeah,
Okay,
here
thank you.
I want to
Actually,
add also something. Sorry, Dr. Bhim, I want to add also something. See, most of the herbal products are polyherbal products. Okay, so when you go to European country or anywhere, it's very difficult to quantify how much herbs it has been added. It is also a reason. So for registering herbs in Europe, registering as a drug is very difficult. Whereas if you go for feed additives, there is no registration is required when it is feed additive. If you mention the herbs, it is in their registered list. It is just you go and sell. No registration is required for feed additives in Europe at present for poultry.
Yeah, on the Doctors' Day, I was in Delhi, so I attended the meeting of IPC because they released 4 volumes of Indian Pharmaco Commission on behalf of Indian Veterinary Association I represented. So there they were showing that IPC is now accepted in more than 12 to 13 countries, and in Nepal they don't have an IPC. They are following the Indian IPC is their pharmacopoeia. And recently they have signed an MOU with the Ministry of Ayush to develop their pharmacopoeia. So I think, as Professor Padi has mentioned, like to make our Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia acceptable, like our IPC, we have to add the toxicity part. This may be one of the advocacy we can write to the Minister of Ayush after completion of our this international workshop.
And fine, that is the most
Professor,
important point lacking in our pharmacopoeia. That is the most important point lacking, for which and another part is standardization. Suppose in standardization all the HPTLC or GCMS all tests they are mentioning what is impurity, the proportion of impurity. But in many countries, you have to identify among impurity what are there. So that is the second point regarding standardization, and another is toxicity data. That is why our pharmacopoeia is not being accepted, and they do not accept our medicine as a drug in most of the countries. I have seen in Latvia, one Ayurveda pharmacy, Coimbatore is there. We visited in 2014. That is European country, but they had registered 6 medicines one after another, Ayurvedic classical medicines, but fulfilling the parameters mentioned in their drug registration format. So it is very difficult to register as medicine, but as supplement. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Gaidani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, you were a little bit disconnected in between. You can throw some more lights on your last slide. Because we were up to your this state museum. We were there. You can give a final touch on your presentation.
I think I will say, because that work which was shown by Dr. Gaidani was practically project was monitored by me.
Dr. Padil.
Yes. So I would like to speak a few words on those manuscripts. You know, in a southern part of India, like Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha also, we have plenty of manuscripts written on Ayurveda, including veterinary Ayurveda. And mostly you will find in the name of Gosastra, Ashwasastra, Gajasastra, Ashwavaidyakam, like that. And in Odisha, Bengal, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, you will find the manuscripts written on palm leaves. And Odisha State Museum is one repository where many of the manuscripts are available on veterinary Ayurveda. And in Utkal University library also, there is one manuscript section. We can find many manuscripts on veterinary Ayurveda. We had implemented one project on manuscripts, Odisha, Bihar, and Bengal. And another project in Andhra Pradesh, South Indian states, and Madhya Pradesh. And some projects were given to Assam, Northeast states, Leh Ladakh for Tibetan medicine. Manuscripts we collected. And in North India, mostly in West Bengal to Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Rajasthan, you will find paper manuscripts. And well, we collected many manuscripts, we digitized some of them. So if those manuscripts can be transcribed into Devanagari script or can be translated into Hindi or English, they will be very much useful to consider as referral texts in veterinary Ayurveda. That is why Dr. Gaidani showed we had implemented that project, and we had still then it is unfortunate, you see, in Odisha there are a lot of manuscripts on veterinary Ayurveda. Western Odisha is totally unexplored. Only we could explore the repository and the library, Dasarathi Patnaik Library in Noyagad. When we visited, I am giving a very small example. Then one Jamindar of Noyagad, he had an archive of a collection of so many old items, beginning from transistor, radio to microphone, and so many things. He told us, you go, there is a family of these cowards, Jadab, Gopal, and they use very successfully the veterinary Ayurveda products. They have a number of manuscripts. So when we contacted with the old person, in presence of that Jamidar, he narrated, one Shankar guy, this hybrid cow, she was having hematuria for 80 days and taking antibiotic and hemostatic injections by one veterinary doctor. But up to 8th day, the urine was completely yellowish or blackish. There is no remission. And then that manuscript, the person who has kept manuscript, he advised to collect the tuber of one that red color lotus, red color lily, Rakta Kamal, Rakta Kumud. The tuber is very sweet taste, and that is also mentioned for the treatment of dysfunctional uterine bleeding of human beings. So they cut into pieces, they made a paste with the cow's milk and fed to the cow. Then he had told, the manuscript holder had told, you give it through 3 doses, daily 1 dose. I think by one dose it will be cured, or the second dose, or maximum third. You will not require the fourth dose. And that happened. They collected that tuber, root tuber of that Rakta Kumuda, red color lily flower. Then they made it paste into that. After one day, the urine was somewhat reddish and the color was reduced. Then the after second day, it was further reduced. After third day, the urination was normal. So this is the strength of ethno-veterinary medicine. And we could not collect many manuscripts because due to conservative nature of our public, they did not cooperate. They want to conceal their practice or patent proprietary activity. They don't want to disclose. But some of them they had given us, and we had digitized. If a situation permits, we will publish those as the referral texts. And for your kind knowledge, very recently, about 15-20 days back, we had a meeting for exploring manuscripts in our CHRS headquarters, and the largest volume of Pallokapya describing the various aspects of horses, their physiology, their pathology, their nourishing, their feeding, everything. And the largest volume, which has not been published yet, have been taken up for translation into English. So the things are on way, and I think after some months or years, you will have more and more number of referral texts to know about the classical medicines, and thereafter, based on those ingredients, you can further explore proprietary medicines like Indian herbs, like Ayurveda of Dabur, and recently, what was shown in TV also, Ramdev has, Patanjali has produced more than 40 products, veterinary products, anti-stress, digestive, so and so and so things. So in future, you will get more and more. And as per the necessity, you see, what is my opinion, for emergency and acute condition, you have to rely on allopathy. But for chronic and common diseases, you can maintain it with herbal products. And sometimes integral treatment is also essential. So our purpose is to minimize the toxic effects of chemical drugs, antibiotics, and the residues of insecticide, pesticide. So I think future is bright. Thank you to all.
Any more questions?
Thank you. Thank you. I want to share my experience.
Sir, please introduce.
Myself, Dr. Dattatreya Chaudhary from Udaipur, Rajasthan, and with the reference of Dr. Sudhir Razurkar, who has done PhD in veterinary Ayurveda. He is head of the Department of Pharmacology at Parbhani Veterinary College, and he has published one book in Marathi about Pashu Ayurveda. And with this reference, I treated two cases. One was cow not let downing milk as her calf died. Then I use that Zyphal, and before it, when we give the powder of Zyphal to that cow started giving milk. And another case, it was not responding to in diarrhea. Then I use that bell फल, जो बिल्व पत्र का जो फल आता है, वो उसको खिलाया, तो उसके बाद वो उसका डायरिया, एंट्राइटिस वगैरह सारा रुक गया. बाकी ट्रीटमेंट को रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर रहा था. तो इसमें बहुत अच्छा लगा आज का सेमिनार, जिसमें इंडियन हर्ब्स के बारे में इन्होंने बहुत सारी चीजें बताई, और ये बहुत ही अच्छा है. और अब वो वर्ल्ड आयुर्वेदा कांग्रेस में भी हम आएंगे गोवा में, और वहां भी और कुछ चीजें इसमें मिलेगी. जैसे सर ने भी कहा है कि भाई इसमें आयुर्वेदा के रिकमेंडेशन के लिए जो क्वेरीज और जो चीजें होनी चाहिए, फार्माकोपिया का जो आयुष का गाइडलाइन, तो उसमें भी हम लोग आगे प्रगति करेंगे, और निश्चित रूप से इसका भविष्य उज्जवल है और इसमें अच्छे रिजल्ट मिलते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Chaudhary sir. You can you have my number. You can ping me personally. I will send you the details about the World Congress.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Gaidani sir, any final words from your side? We want to listen you.
Yeah. As far as this one, to strengthen this veterinary Ayurveda, this one, our council CCRS has already been established one collaborative research institute at Gadhwa, that is in Ludhiana, and and this center we have sanctioned certain projects on medicinal plant garden also. And interestingly, during this veterinary pharmacopoeia committee on classical veterinary formulations, we got the excellent various formulations. And out of this one, we got one formulation having the 24 ingredients. So we are given code name as a Ayush Chobisa. And that Ayush Chobisa, we have already given the one project to this Ludhiana institution for clinical validation, and that has been successfully they have completed, and it is very effective, like this Himalayan Batis also. Apart from this one, various different 2-3 formulations that also we are given to Ludhiana Center for in case of mastitis and for increasing the milk production in the goats and buffalo also. So these are the excellent example of this veterinary Ayurveda. And apart from this one, like sir informed that this one, the subcommittee of veterinary Ayurveda formulation has prepared and finalized the volume 1 of Ayurvedic Formulary of India Part 4 Veterinary, having 50 classical formulations, and another volume 2 of Ayurvedic Formulary of India Part 4 Veterinary, having 100 classical formulation. Out of this one, the Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia Committee APC has finalized and recently released this volume 1, and it is under publication, and it will be available in next few weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions? Okay. So with permission of our speakers and our Professor M.M. Padi, I will request Dr. Sonali Raut to propose the vote of thanks.
Okay. Very nice. Now we can conclude and we can wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow we have another session, and the session will be same. The timing is same, from 7 to 8:30. There will be 2 speakers. So one is our Dr. S. Kumar, who is the scientist at Transdisciplinary University. He has been instrumental in documenting and in making awareness of the people and product design. Since 14 years, he's working on it. He is basically an Ayurveda doctor, but has dedicated his life for Pasu Ayurveda. So you can listen from him. And our second speaker is Mr. Ravi Singh Chaudhary. He is basically an engineer guy. He has completed his engineering from BITS Pilani, but he has an interest in this Ayurveda, and since last 10 years, he's working on Dukhya Ayurveda and the Go Samhita. How this, you are using these ancient things and raising our farm product, and also use of this cow dung and urine for designing different products. So he will speak for another 30 minutes, and at the end we will have a question and answer session. And the day after tomorrow, we have the concluding session, where we have a panel session with 6 speakers from different arena. And Professor Padi is one of our panelists. And there will be professors from All India Institute of Ayurveda, from Gujarat University, from Professor Transdisciplinary University, and from industry there will be another stalwart will be there. And after that, there will be a concluding session with valedictory address. And in the valedictory session, we have invited one person from Kerala who is actually practicing this Hasti Ayurveda. We call it as a Gaja Ayurveda. He will speak in Malayali, but our Professor Dr. M.N.B. Nair, he will translate it and he will tell us. So I think these 2 days we will learn more things. So now I go over to Dr. Sonali.
Thank you, Dr. Vimal sir. I would like to thank you all the speakers and our all participants and other esteemed members of Veterinary Ayurveda for today's session. And tomorrow we will meet at same time at 7 p.m. for another 2 session. So thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you to all. Thank you.
Thank you to all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
And thank you to moderator also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So with this permission of our party, sir, we are closing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Because this today it was very much interesting. We discussed many pros and cons of our strength and many unexplored and explored things of veterinary Ayurveda. Hope this will be useful for all. And we also want to explore the 3 stages of Ayurveda. One is classical, mentioned in books, published and kept elsewhere in the form of manuscripts. Another is ethno-veterinary practices. Another is scientific validation. So I think all will be benefited, and our Ayurveda and veterinary Ayurveda and veterinary doctors will also be benefited out of our conversation and discussion. Thank you to all.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you.